This is a place.
This is the place?
This is a place. We want to talk about. This is a place.
Welcome to this week's episode of This is a Place podcast. My name is Nate.
I'm Brandon.
And happy National Senior Citizens Day.
A day to celebrate you, old man.
Yeah, I'm getting there. I'm actually kind of excited to become a senior citizen.
I know why.
Mm-hmm. Why?
All those built-in deals. All the
Deals.
discounts.
Yeah. I feel like they get a day today, but I feel like they get like one day a week at most locations.
Everywhere.
Throughout
Even Lagoon gives senior citizen discounts.
Lagoon, a lot of the thrift stores do a senior day. NPS store has a senior day. A lot
Back in
of
COVID,
the
they had a whole hour of shopping by themselves.
correct. And a lot of restaurants have a senior menu. Think about it. I've is it like bad of me that sometimes I think when I go to a store like NPS or even if I go to Savers, I'm like, ooh, I should take my mom shopping with me because then she can qualify. Just have her buy all the stuff and she'll
Is
get a
it
discount.
bad? I wouldn't say it's bad.
So your parents like, you're only hanging out with me because you want the discount.
Right. I guess that's kind of how it would be. So maybe
Just
from
use,
that point,
you're just
yeah.
using me for my age, for my discount.
She just likes me for my body.
But
Well,
yeah,
senior citizens, how do we celebrate the senior citizens in our lives?
think you call them up, say hello, see how they're doing, check in. Apparently they like that stuff.
It's been a holiday since 1988 when President Ronald Reagan proclaimed this holiday to raise awareness about issues that affect senior citizens and their quality of life.
Huh, interesting. Good old Ronald
It's like a
Reagan.
day to celebrate our Congress people
They're
because
all senior
they
citizens.
are all mostly fit into that category.
Interesting.
But yeah, we don't have I wouldn't say a lot, but many times we consult this list we use to find our holidays, and they are, how would you say it? They're a little bogus. Not bogus, but like this one actually was proclaimed by a president. So I guess it gives a little more validity
Some of them
to
are made up, is that what you're saying?
a little
Or
more made
just
up. Yeah.
they more made up, like they're pushing it?
Someone woke up and said, I want today to be National Pickle Day. And then it's just always been National Pickle Day since that person said that. This one was actually the president. He didn't just say it, he declared it.
Dennis Quaid has a Ronald Reagan biopic movie that's
Mm,
coming out, and Facebook won't let him market it on Facebook
why?
because they think it will sway the election this year. And I'm like, that doesn't make any sense because I think in 2020 there was an Obama documentary that came out. They didn't have a problem. You know what Facebook is? Facebook is a good look at socialism, like communism, right?
Mm,
It's free. Everyone has access to it. They have all your information, and one guy's getting really rich off of it. And they can control what you say and do on it. Isn't that kind of crazy
it's a
to
good
think?
point. Yeah, a little bit.
But we're not here to talk about politics.
Before we get too far into the episode, I have to say maybe you saw these too. We get these fan mails, we get these text messages from people talking to us about the show, saying things they like, things they don't like. And we got two messages to share, kind of. I have to apologize on one of them. One of them, someone who's been a friend of the show, a fan of the show for a long time, Ashley, says that she's lived here her whole life, loves listening to the podcast, thinks we're a great duo. So good work, Nate. Let's keep the episodes coming. That's what she asked us to do. Another one, again, unless people put their names, we just see the last 5 or the last 4 numbers of their phone number, just saying they love the podcast. But this one was the one I need to apologize for because we did our Olympics episode and I got some facts wrong. I said that Connor Mance had taken silver in the steeplechase was actually Kenneth Rooks. So my mistake. Connor
Oops.
Mance and Clayton Young did the marathon and came respectively in 8th and 9th. So thank you to Erica, who we've talked about before, for clarifying that and pushing me in the right direction. Apologies for getting our facts wrong. But we've said from the beginning, right? We're not good with the facts.
We don't have our fact checker checks our facts the day the episode comes out.
Yes. Our quality control / fact checker will let us know after the fact, but then it's too late. We've already recorded.
So you
the
always
episode.
have to listen to the episode after the following week to make sure that we don't retract any facts from the episode before.
That's
This
fair.
is how we get you to stay tuned.
Yeah, it's kind of like a tune in next week to find out what we got wrong.
Yes, very much so. But I want to make one announcement.
Let's hear
After 10 long years, 10 years of being sober,
no.
I've been thinking about this a lot lately,
Oh my goodness.
and I'm coming back.
Party
And
time.
you're probably like, why?
I know why.
Why would you do that? Why?
You're going back to soda.
I'm going back to soda. Kind of.
Elaborate.
Because I've been thinking a lot lately. I'm like, I do the intermittent fasting like 3 days a week. I have to fast for full, 3 days a week. Like today, for example, it's a no eat day. It's Wednesday, so I'm not eating today. I play like sports like every day, sometimes twice a day, but I think I kind of maintain my weight and kind of gain a little bit. And I think part of the problem is when you don't drink carbonation, your alternative is just to drink sugar or water, right?
Right.
So I feel like the last 10 years, it's been good not to drink soda. And that was kind of a fun challenge.
10 years is a long time.
It's a long time. I can't believe it's been 10 years. And I originally started out thinking it's just going to be for a year. And then my treat would be that the next cruise I went on, I'd buy the soda pass and go crazy. But I kept that going for 10 years. But I just feel like I drink so many empty calories on my eat days. So it's not like I'm eating crap. I just think I drink a lot of calories because, lemonade, Powerade, Gatorade,
Fruit juices, whatever.
all those fruit juices, juices, they all have a ton of sugar in them. And two, so I don't think I'm going to go fully leaded sugar sodas. I'm going to do the 0 sugar sodas and the
Energy
carbonated
drinks.
waters, like the sparkling waters. And fact number 2 is that carbonation actually makes you feel fuller, like you're full. So I'm like, oh, I'm gonna test that to see if that helps me drop a few pounds to complement what I'm already doing, because it just doesn't make sense that I can be as big a dude as I am and play as many sports and intermittent fast at the same time. So, but like I said, I think I just waste so many empty calories just on drinks because I drink a lot. Like drinking liquids is something I do very well. Like if I go to a restaurant and I get ordered water, it's almost better for the waitress or waiter to just leave a pitcher of water, because I'm like, I just drink so much, especially when I'm eating. So there it is. I needed to get it off my chest and let people know that if you see me drinking Coke Zero, I'm not on that trend anymore.
So you will be
you don't have to.
exclusive to the 0 ones, though.
Yeah, I'm gonna try the no sugary sodas first, but it's just gonna be a gateway. Sooner or later, I'll be right back, and then I'm back to the same problem I had before. But no, I think I'm gonna stick to the 0 stuff, diet and 0. Because you get 0 calories, you get a little bit of the sweet taste, and then you got the carbonation that makes you feel a little full. And the funny thing is, carbonation actually quenches my thirst sometimes more than water does.
Yeah.
So, so here we are. Just wanted to make that announcement public to the world. So if you're out at a restaurant, you don't think I'm a liar that I'm telling everyone that I don't drink soda because I'm back.
Are you,
And
do you have what you want to try first? Do you have something on your radar?
I was gonna try a Miller Lite first, see how
Okay.
that goes.
Yeah, there you go. Well, that's
So
a gateway to other things, but
I'm thinking, yeah, I
I mean, have you had
remember
Baja Blast
the
before?
I believe I did. That's Taco Bell, right?
Yeah, not anymore. It's
Yeah.
not exclusive to Taco Bell anymore.
Oh no,
I mean, they've got cans and bottles
no.
of it.
I remember 'cause I feel like the Coke Zero and stuff was still kind of fairly new when I went off soda,
Hmm.
and I remember it tasting pretty okay. Um, so yeah, that's where I'm heading.
I'm
I'm
excited to
back.
follow along
I'm
on this
back,
journey.
baby. 10 years, man. 10 years.
That's a long time.
So I'll give it a year, and if it doesn't
Congrats.
help me, like I'll give it a year. Let's do that. I'll have a year of the zero sugar soda drinks, and then if I'm not losing weight by that point or whatever, then maybe I just give up, and then I just
Let yourself get just
yeah,
huge.
I'll just start doing drugs and alcohol and all that stuff because what's the point of
I totally support this.
yep. So
Well, I'm excited to have a drink, crack open a cold one with you.
yeah, I'll come over to your house and
We'll have a soda tasting.
let you have a crack at me at the college football game, NCAA football, and we'll open up a we'll open up a Coke Zero or a Dr. Pepper Zero or Diet
Ooh,
Dr. Pepper was
you
good. I
could
remember
have
that.
the coconut Dr. Pepper, the zero
Yeah,
sugar, that one.
yeah. That's just Utah crazy for that, right?
Yeah, you can try it all
I
now.
heard I yeah. I think they even like for the coconut Dr. Pepper, they were like doubling their orders for Utah
Makes
just because it
sense.
was so popular here. But I see it everywhere now. I don't feel like it's so yeah, the crazy time. 10
The
years, man.
juice is loose.
The juice is loose. So if anybody, the problem is, man, I've been so happy the last years or so not drinking soda because they're like what, $10 a 12 pack at the store.
Mm,
So I don't know how much I'm actually going to drink of it unless if I go to McDonald's or something because holy crap, I'm not paying
it's
beer
expensive.
prices for soda.
Yeah. You have way more options at the soda shops now too.
Yeah, that's true. I really haven't benefited from going to Swig or anything like that because a lot of them don't have a lot of non-carbonated options,
Yeah.
but they do have the Dio. Have you seen that? Sorry, this we're going on a tangent, but have you seen that lady who's not from Utah, but she did a TikTok or something like that saying she went to one of the Swig places and she got one of it was like a Dr. Pepper with a Monster and something else. Like the caffeine count was just, she's just like,
Astronomical.
yeah, she's like, she goes, I know these moms are drinking it every day. Like, please, please, for the sake of your life, just drink coffee. It's
Yeah.
like, anyways. But speaking of Utah
Good
and
segue,
some of the
Nate.
treasures we have here,
Yeah, this is something we really should have gotten involved in from the beginning, to be honest with you. I
maybe
can't believe we
next
haven't.
year,
Maybe
maybe
next year.
next year.
I have a little bit of that FOMO, thinking, oh, this seems like a lot of fun. And I don't think I'd ever find the treasure, but it'd be fun to get out and explore, which is kind of the whole reason they created it. So, especially in the year 2020 when people didn't have so much to do. Um, David and John, let's get their names out there. Maybe we could have them on the podcast at some point.
I bet you they would. Maybe they'll launch next year's treasure hunt on our podcast. Let's put that out into the universe.
Put that as a, what do you call it?
Dream board.
Like the secret.
Yes.
So David Klein and John Maxim created the Utah treasure hunt. It's been 5 years. Yeah. So 0 year 2020, right?
So
So
there's been 4 treasure hunts so far.
five.
Sorry, 5. My bad.
Yep. So 2020 till 2024, there's been one every single year. And I think they've increased. I wanted to say the first one started at 10,000, which was the treasure, and amongst, I think they put other things in there. It's not just only money. But this most recent one, 2024, was 25,000 that was up for grabs. And every Friday, they'd email out a hint, put the hints on their Instagram. But basically, what it is they'd have a treasure map or what would you call it? Wouldn't be a map, kind of like a poem that helps lead you towards where you need to go. And I think that's what they've done since the beginning. They've just said, okay, here's the instructions. You just kind of have to know the area a little bit, take a look at a map, and get out and explore the world, explore the wilderness. So that's what
And
they did again this year.
is it every week they give a clue?
I think so. Yeah.
And this year was different because wasn't all the clues in Spanish?
The whole thing was in Spanish. Yep. And that was also part of the find
Controversy.
was that it
Oh.
was I think found in Spanish Fork. It doesn't have it here.
Oh, I never put that together until you said that.
It's probably good that we don't try because we obviously would not be very good at it.
I
Don't pick
did
up
have
on
a
those
couple
clues.
friends though this year that were like one said that he couldn't play pickleball Saturday morning because he thinks he knows where the treasure was. And I think that was the weekend it got found and he was in the wrong spot.
Oh man. Wonder if I could see what the full clues were. All right, you want me to hear the whole thing
In Espanol.
in español? Si sufres dolor que se cura con oro, busca el atajo donde canta el coro. Encuentra el lugar por el cual se nombra, dale la vuelta y sigue la sombra, donde aprendes a oler el helado, o comimos langostas en el pasado. Cuando vuelves a mirar el amanecer, sigue derecho, lo puede hacer. Mira los números como si fueras un cuervo. La edad cuando él llegó es lo que observo. Ahora está cerca una última pista. Muévete al lugar con la mejor vista. There you go. That was the full poem.
If you would have read that to me a month ago, I would have known exactly what it is.
Right. Yeah. Just from the beginning. So yeah, all the clues lead you to where you need to go to find the treasure if you are very good at deciphering that type of thing, right? You got to have some knowledge. Having some Utah knowledge is helpful, but yeah, pretty cool.
Basically, you just got to go run around the mountains and hope that you find it.
Yeah, and I think when people find it, there's cameras so they can see kind of what happens, capture the moment that someone finds it, that kind of thing. But I think it's just actual treasure chest they put. I don't know if you have to dig it up, or I'm pretty sure it's just out in the open. So if you find it, you find it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty cool. So the previous ones were found. The first one was
2020
in 2020, right?
Neffs Canyon.
What is it called?
In Neffs Canyon near Mill Creek.
Yeah, it says Rocky Mouth Canyon.
I don't know.
And then in 2021, Hughes Canyon. Is that the same one you see?
Mine says Ness Canyon, Donut Falls, Red Pines Lake Trail, Antelope Island State Park. Are we looking at the same ones? Did the internet fail me?
Are we looking at two separate treasure hunts?
Maybe.
I know there's multiple that go on. This is the big one. So this one says Rocky Mouth Canyon, Hughes Canyon, Ben Lomond, and Mueller Park. And then this most recent one being in, I don't know where it officially was. And it just ended was it this past
Weeks ago.
weekend?
I want to say 2 weekends ago.
Okay. But yeah, somewhere in Spanish Fork in that area is where it's found. So I imagine it was a canyon there. But yeah, it just ended not too long ago. I think it just varies by year how quickly someone finds it. Last year there was a little bit of controversy because of who found it and how, or something like that. Like maybe there was
This year or last year?
the previous
Or both?
year. I'm a part of the Reddit community that talks about it, and people were going off on it.
Were they saying that there was like inside information or something like that?
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. People don't think it's legit, but I think it was legit still. I just think there was just some weird stuff with it, but ultimately, I think that was the only one that was found by somebody out of state. I think Utah people have found every other one that they've had so far.
Oh yeah, that
And
was last year. Wasn't that when like they're getting ready to go back and then they had one more hunch of where to go and they found it or something like
yeah,
that?
something like that. I
Or
mean,
was
I
a
can't
plane
speak to
delayed?
it
I don't
and
know.
water under the bridge at this point, but I don't see anything like that with this most recent one. But I think the problem with last year was it just took so long. They just had to keep giving clues and nobody was getting it.
Figured it out.
Yeah. But it seems like this
So they
one
finally,
in
so they finally said it's
August.
right here.
Yeah. Wonder if they got to the point they just say, okay, this is the spot. First one to get there gets it, you know?
Right. Um, but wasn't this year some controversy too, saying that it was a place not easy to get to and not like family friendly and that the clues were misleading or they didn't like the fact that they were in Spanish or something like that?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe. I could see them, somebody that speaks Spanish having a little bit of an edge on it, right?
And then I think there was other people saying there was inside information or something like that. But
Oh, they said that again?
yeah, but they're probably going to say that every year though, moving forward, right?
Yeah, that's always going to be a thing. I mean, people, if you don't, how would you say it? There's always going to be people that if they don't get it when they feel like they should, like they are somehow entitled to it, they're going to explain as to why they weren't the ones that found it and someone else did. Some people have
Hmm.
a hard time giving credit to someone just being able to do something. Is that fair
Yeah,
to say?
yeah.
Like you're a
Poor
cheater.
losers.
Like you can't beat me in basketball. You
Yeah,
cheated
that's what I
somehow.
say every time I lose in pickleball. I just say they cheated,
There you go. See?
and
So you're
people
one of
ask
those type of
why.
people. You know
Yeah,
inside their heads.
but most time people say, "What did they do?" And I said, "Well, they scored 11 points before I did. They cheated."
There you go. So yours
So
is a joke, but there's real people that will be like, yeah, they would not have found this treasure
you're
without
right.
inside
Yes,
information.
there's some sport fans that always on both sides of the table for Utah and BYU that every time they lose, it's just like
Someone cheated.
they have a million excuses of why they lost and the cheating and the bad refs and all that stuff. So, of course, we're not good. Us Utahns are not good at losing.
Nope. And the treasure hunt is no exception.
Hmm.
But I think it's cool because, I mean, one thing they're very adamant about is like, don't disturb the land,
Nature,
don't ruin nature, don't go places you're not supposed to be. It's not going to be in a maybe,
public place.
like you said, maybe in this one,
Well,
it wasn't the easiest to get to, but they don't want you going on like private land, BLM land, things like that,
yeah,
like
I shouldn't
it's
say public. They don't want you to be in. It's not going to be in a populated area with people, and it's
right.
going to be.
It's going to be off the beaten
I
path.
wonder, do you think they have to get permission from whatever either city or government entity that owns that land or is in charge of that land.
I don't know. I think they use all public
And I'm
lands, so I
assuming
don't
they
think they
probably won't
need
ever
to.
hide it in like in a national park because people won't have passes to get in, right? So
Yeah.
it's got to be more of a
Then it's
easy
a pay to
accessible.
play, you know.
Yeah, yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Interesting.
What I've seen of it, like I've thought of times one time I was like, oh, I totally know where it is because I put everything in Chat GPT and it told me where it is. But when they plan this out, they run it through that to make sure it's not, you can't just solve it
Pulling it
by
up.
putting it in AI, you know. They they
Interesting.
they put a lot of thought, a lot of work into this. It's not just let's put it here and just yeah, AI can write our clues for us.
So, I mean, I every once in a while it pops up on my feed on Facebook. Like I really didn't pay close attention to it. I've never thought I'm gonna go look for it.
Yeah.
I remember this year something to do with the Snow Grove ice cream store on 4th South. That's now like a Jimmy John's.
Mm.
And they showed somebody posted that building. It has some clue to do with that. I'm like, what does that have to do with Spanish Fork, Jimmy John's, and Old Snow Grove? Did you see that clue or people talking about
Well,
it?
yeah, it said the span, of course, all in Spanish, but it said, "Where did you learn to smell ice cream?" or something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah, so I don't know how that tied into
Yeah, it's the ice
Snow
cream
Grove.
clue. Yeah, but that's what um my friend, I think that's the one that gave him the clue that he wanted to go find it that Saturday. And then I was thinking of what's it called? Brokers
Yeah.
ice cream, the place that we talked about. Because I was like, oh, because he was saying he thought it was somewhere in Lehigh. So I was thinking somewhere near the ice cream place in Lehigh.
Mm,
Because that's where Brooker's makes all their ice cream, right? So I thought anyways, the clues that he told me, I'm like, yeah, that's where I would think it would be is somewhere in Lehigh, somewhere near Top Golf or something like that. But like you just said, I don't think they're gonna hide it in a well-populated area. It's got to be more in the fields, in the
yeah,
trees.
right. Yeah,
Do
I'm
you think
just
they'll
trying to
ever
see.
hide it on the Y in the mountain?
So it says it was actually my mistake. Nope, Spanish Fork. It says another summer passes and another Utah treasure hunt comes to an end. After 2 months of searching, it ended by a father and son duo and was found along Grove Creek Trail in Pleasant Grove.
Pleasant Grove. Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, so
That's right.
there were things that had to do with Cortez and the cross, I think in maybe in Spanish Fork. We'd have to go through the whole thing, which we're not going to do. But this article,
Do it on your own time,
do it
people.
on your own time because we'll get the facts wrong anyway.
Right.
The whole article breaks down every one of the clues and what it meant, what they're trying to push you towards, that kind of thing.
Oh. I remember somebody posting a few days later, like, doggone it, like I ride my mountain bike right by that. Like he rode by it probably a bunch of times this summer and
Mm,
didn't realize.
yeah. But either way, it's been found, and you know, if we, I'm sure we'll. I don't know. We might not be able to participate if we have them on the podcast. They'll probably tell us where it is. We'll be like exclusive. We'll get a breakdown when it happens, right?
Right.
Whatever happens, it'd be fun to at least go out one day, try to see if we could figure it out. You know,
Sure.
next summer we should have that be a goal.
Or let's just do our own treasure hunt. We can put like $10 in a Tupperware container, tape it up so it doesn't
Ooh.
get wet inside.
Tupperware.
I don't
I
know.
do like that. I do like that idea, honestly. That'd be kind of fun. We did our
Well,
own.
I do believe, isn't there like a either bank or credit union that's doing a credit card or something hunt
Hmm.
right now?
I don't know.
And you have to go to I can't remember. I saw it on TV commercial or something. So I think it's like $20,000, but 10,000 of it you have to donate to a charity. so you only end up with 10.
I mean,
I want to
only.
say it's a credit card, right? So they're trying to do the same thing, and I've heard of people like trying to make apps and stuff like that where people can do their own treasure hunts, and so I think it's started a new trend. But this one's the OG. I think everybody pays attention to.
Yeah. And if you want us to, if you're interested in having this is a X marks the place. How do we market it? This is a place. This is the place where you'll find the treasure. If you're interested in us doing our own treasure hunt, it's not going to be like $25,000. I would
Maybe 25,000. How much is 25,000 pesos?
maybe
Like
25,000 McDonald's points, something like that. We'll order you something.
or 25,000 tickets to Nickelmania.
That's still a lot.
Wouldn't that be fun? They don't have it anymore. Wouldn't it be funny to have like the actual tickets to like Nickelmania hidden somewhere?
Yeah.
And then you can go redeem it for a couple Jolly Ranchers, whatever.
Airheads, a bouncy ball, and some invisible ink.
Yeah.
Yeah. If people are interested, I think we should do it. I think it'd be fun. And it, another person that commented on our social media, I think I sent it to you, that they get to like have a long commute, like 45-minute commute, and it's they can travel all across the Wasatch Front without leaving the comfort of their car or their home. We kind of take a journey throughout the whole state of Utah, mostly Salt Lake, but this would be a fun way to incorporate some of the places we've talked about. Maybe it'd be kind of a fun way. So yeah, just spitballing here, not gonna shackle us to anything. But if people are interested, if there's enough interest, I say we do it.
That would be fun.
So let us know. Send us a text message, as we mentioned, through our podcast host. You can find the link in the episode description. Send us a message on social media. Send us an email. Let us know if you want to participate in our bootleg treasure hunt. Since we're not the OGs, we're just piggybacking off of their great idea.
And we might have a couple of coupons in there.
Nate might write down a secret deal option that he's found out about. You've talked about many on the podcast, and many that you won't disclose because it's just too good to tell the world, because then you lose access to it. Maybe he'll put one of those in there.
And then we'll have you on as a guest.
Yes.
For an episode.
Then you're a winner, and you get a
so that right there is worth more than $25,000.
That is the gift that just keeps on giving.
Yes.
Thank you for listening to This Is a Place podcast.
And this was kind of a place we just talked about.